Hello. Thank you for joining me today, Dr. Tracy Smalls Marshall. I would like to come today with a lens continuing talking about our lovely women. And again, God is going to lead me to our male species. But right now in this season, God has been really prompting me to talk about women. I was actually working on another book titled The Genealogy of Marriage, but the Lord had me to do a divine pivot and talk about different classifications that women experience. One that I had highlighted from the Lord was about molestation and how that can play out in relationships, intimate relationships, and even the way we raise our children and how we navigate throughout the world. And then on the word molestation, it's the mole on the station. It's like everyone knows your story and they don't. But sometimes women, the way women move, they feel like that, or we feel like that. And I'm going to say we, because I think women often we have a challenge of supporting each other. We have these different acronyms and different sayings and phrases. I'm my sister's keeper. We have things like, we're going to support each other. We're going to lift each other up. We're going to be sisters in Christ. But when it really comes down to the nitty gritty, are we doing that? So on my molestation topic, there's a character, Naomi. And so I would love for you all to dig into it. And I want to say this: if you have never been molested, every woman knows someone who has. And then my second character will be a young lady named Kia. Kia and her bloodline have always tackled married men. That is their whole attraction. And again, if you've never messed with a married man, you know someone who has. And honestly, every woman, I don't care who you are, what walk of life, has seen a marriage or someone else's marriage and have idolized that and have thought just for a second, not maybe necessarily that man, but in that moment have thought about, wow, why can't I be desired like that? Even if you're in a marriage, or I wonder what it would be like if I was this person's wife opposed to my friend or sister or whomever I'm with. And so I want to read Psalm 139, verses 1 through 4. So please be patient with me. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit down and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, you know me completely. And so what I want to say is God knows. He knows our inner being. And so out of just a responsibility, if we are daring to be women of God, how can we go to God in transparency? I know it'll be tricky to go to humans because sometimes we will judge each other. But how can we go to God and ask him to prick our hearts and to begin to do a new thing, to begin to pull out the gook in us? Women, our DNA should, as Medea says, Dana. And so it's kind of like a Dana here, thinking about desiring a new attitude for each other, even if it's uncomfortable, but being able to navigate or re-navigate how to connect with our sisters, because we are really our sisters. We all share the same story one way or the other. We all have the same goal, and that is to be loved, and not necessarily saying we're chasing a man or be loved by a man, but to know we're loved by God. That's the ultimate goal. And sometimes that's where we falter and fall short because we feel like we don't have the love, whether it was even from an absent father or the absent man that should have been present in our lives. And so I would like for us as women to be challenged. We always have these challenges, but to find at least one woman and compliment her. Now, the hard part is going to be not a woman you know, not a woman you're comfortable with, but I'm talking about a woman, that one that is so hard to even relate to or have a conversation with. Because see, the easy part is to connect and link up with people we already know and we're familiar with. But the God challenge is to do the opposite, to dig deeper for Christ. It's not about us. It's not about that woman. It's not about what happened. It's about God. And I think if we continue to work on that and exercise that, we would have more purification in our hearts. And I know, honey, I got a whole list of women. But for this week, challenge ourselves and look for the videos. I will repost Naomi. And then this week we'll talk about Kia and we'll learn what that looks like in the generation and with our self-esteem. Thank you for joining Dr. Tracy Smalls Marshall. Thank you.